Menu narration option is set to off.
From the home of the 2021 AFC champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. This defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Tua. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Tua. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Ready. Check pitch.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A run with Mostert up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Mostert, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Mike Hilton, he came up nicely there and dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
11. That's good. 11, MT, take.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Sam Hubbard just continues to quietly produce for the Bengals. He plays the run, but he can also rush the passer, and had 7.5 sacks in 2021.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
11, Thomas.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
On 1, ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Let's go.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa rolling to his left. He'll swing this out to Mostert. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengalsians are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Here we go, here we go.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
11.
Burrow on play action. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11 Thomas.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
11 Mighty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Once again, it's Mostert. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Rolling to his and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
11 and 12.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. He's got room past the 30. Now he's free to midfield. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range down at the 27-yard line. Now Burrow. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua on the move to his left. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Bobby Massey, the right tackle, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. Tua now on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
First down. Here's Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Burrow will throw. Flush to his right. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
11 MT,
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. 51 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Here's Tua.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
On second down, Mostert.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
48 yards on the ground for him so far.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when they're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A handoff running left is Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just...
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. That's caught by Wilson.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Tua. on the screen. This is Edmonds. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. There'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Tua. Going right back to Wilson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
A legacy player in the NFL, Cedric Wilson, 602 yards last season, nearly beat his father's best season when he played in the league. The Miami Dolphins, they're betting that Wilson can surpass not only his dad, but become a big-time player in their revamped passing game. Nice catch there for a 1st down.
Now Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shut.